Risotto cakes.
Here's the leftover risotto, and we'll make risotto cakes out of it. I'm gonna add some zucchini, and I shred the zucchini just like that. We'll put in an egg to bind it. A little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Some chopped parsley. Some chives. And depends on the density of your risotto. If you need to bind it, always keep in mind there's two things, and that is you have the cheese, and we have an egg to bind the whole thing. So let's put some cheese. And I'm looking at it, and yes, the zucchini looks like they have some water in them, and it's a little wet. So let's put some breadcrumbs. And breadcrumbs, you know, arbitrarily, as much as you think you need, so you can fry it. Let me get in there with my hands. I always say my best tools in the kitchen are my hands. And I think I should get about 6 risotto cakes out of this. These risotto cakes are delicious even for dinner with the salad. They're also delicious in the morning for breakfast. If you have risotto patties, you put a poached egg on top of it. And if you have a brunch, you have your meal planned out. So let me clean up and we'll be ready to fry them. I look forward to your questions. So let's see. Mary has a good question here. I struggle with planning to use my leftovers. How do I plan ahead for those things in my meals? Seems I have a refrigerator or freezer full of parts and pieces and no plans to use them. If the leftovers are in a sauce, then you reserve some of the sauce for, don't just freeze that chunk of meat. If a chicken cacciatore is made in a sauce, reserve some of that sauce and some of those vegetables. Then you take it out and you make a great risotto. Get the chicken meat off the bones, shred it into the sauce, and begin your risotto and finish your risotto with some cheese, and voila, you got a great meal. And empty that freezer out. The risotto cakes have chilled, they're nice and firm. We'll just pass them in the breadcrumbs. No egg, no flour, just a little breadcrumbs. I have here vegetable oil. The temperature, not yet, just about. So we'll wait to put these in. I'll bread them in the meantime. And you know, these little things are good. You can also freeze them. Make the patties like this. You wrap them in cellophane paper, and then you freeze them. I think the oil is hot enough. Yes, okay. And you know, you don't need that much oil, just you want the crust to form. Yes, there is an egg in there, but that will cook, and the zucchini will also cook in this heat. That's plenty. So let them fry, and of course we gotta make a salad to go with these cakes. So oil, vinegar. I like red wine vinegar. I know balsamic has been in vogue. A lot of people like it, but I like wine vinegar. Some salt, some mustard. The question a lot of times, what is the ratio of oil to vinegar? Usually anywhere from 1/3 of vinegar to 2/3 of oil, or maybe a little bit more vinegar if you like it acidic. Let me check how these are doing. These look good. They're getting nice and golden. Let them get a little browner, and let's get back to the salad. So I have here a lot of dressing, and I think it could be a little bit even too much for the whole thing, so I'm gonna put what I think is right. Let me toss it. This is plenty, you know, because if you overdress the salad becomes heavy. Ground pepper. And that looks good. So let's get back to those cakes. I think this one is done. And I'm gonna put to drain. This one is done. And I think they are all done. So let's plate. All right, that looks good. So this is number one, and that's one portion. And where is Lydia's portion? That's for Lydia. And additional guests or whomever might come, you have an additional 4 or 5. I would serve mine just like that. Now let's bring them to the table. This is for that special guest. Here, for those extra guests, little salad on the side, family style. Let me taste this. It's delicious. It really is. It's sweet, it's crunchy, the corn, the peas, and the salad with a little rughetta in there. It's delicious. And now let me try a little bit of the Sauvignon. Indeed. So this is leftover turned into another meal. And tutti a tavola a mangiare. Let's go, mangiare. I know some of you out there feel, oh, I'm not going to do this recipe because it makes a big batch. We're not going to eat it all and whatever. Well, don't think that way. That leftover, that big batch, can turn into 3 different other meals. You have braising of meat. Reinvent it. Add carrots, potatoes, and make it a stew with vegetables. You have that braised meat, make a pasta sauce. And it's a great way to have food ready for you and make it into a 2-3 meals out of one cooking pot. And if you're really that full, ask Lydia. I'm here.
Chin chin, che bel, uè uè uè, chin chin, che bel, uè uè uè. Avanti in 3 è sempre un divertimento, avanti in 3, la vita è sotto qua.
The food from this series makes Italian cooking easy for everyone and showcases simple-to-prepare recipes that require fewer steps, fewer ingredients.